Hello everyone and welcome back to my favourite room in the house. The G.I. Joe classified action figure kick that I've been on lately is getting out of hand. Oh gosh. But look, we'll get to that. Before that, I just wanted to thank everybody who has supported my channel over the recent weeks. Thank you so much to everyone who's dropped a like on one of my videos, dropped a comment, hit subscribe on my channel. If you're new, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It helps to get my stuff to more people just like you. But look, enough of that. Here are the 3 G.I. Joes that I have purchased in the last week or so. They are Monkey Wrench, Doc, and Breaker. And as you know, I'm sort of late to the classified party, so I've been pretty selective in the figures that I'm getting, what I'm paying for them, and where I'm getting them from. And these 3 were no exception. I got some absolute bargains here, and I wanted to share them with you because I wanted to, I suppose, show you the benefits of playing the long game. If you are patient, you can get good deals on classifieds. The first figure I got is this guy. This is Monkey Wrench, and I bought this bloke because my great mate Adam, aka Shark Eyes, recommended this as a fantastic figure, and I gotta say, he is right. It is awesome. I really love this guy. I am besotted with him. I can't stop fiddling with him. He is a fantastic remake of the original version of Monkey Wrench, just with a whole bunch more accessories, some nice tampos on those arms, and lots of, I suppose, play value. I must say, there's lots of stuff going on with this Monkey Wrench. He came with some other bits and pieces that I haven't displayed with him there. So there's a hairstyle there, an alternative hairstyle with a gas mask attached, which is pretty neat. There is also a little neckerchief, which I haven't worked out how to put on yet, but I will get there. And there is a couple of extra fists there. But look, Monkey Wrench, where did I get him from? I got him from Zing Toys and Collectibles here in Australia, which is a retailer of pop culture stuff, just like G.I. Joe Classifieds. I think they're a subsidiary of GameStop in America, and every Tuesday, well, not every Tuesday, but sort of most Tuesdays, they have what they call Cheap Tuesday, where they have a sale on a select group of their products. A couple of weeks ago, G.I. Joe Classifieds were part of that Cheap Tuesday deal, and I was able to pick up Monkey Wrench for $22.50 Australian dollars, which is about 15 to 17 American dollars, depending on the day that you look at the exchange rate. But I reckon that's an absolute bargain, and like I said, I am really happy with him and I can't stop playing with him. So that's Monkey Wrench. The next figure that I got was Doc. Of course, this Doc is very reminiscent of the original figure, and it is another one that Shark Eyes told me I should buy, and I'm very happy that he did, because I'm very happy with this figure. This one came up for cheap on AliExpress as part of the AliExpress anniversary sale. I think AliExpress has been around 18 years or something like that, and this guy was going for a whopping 19 Australian dollars delivered to my door from AliExpress, from a supplier somewhere in China, I think. And as I said, fantastic figure. The articulation is beautiful, his look is beautiful, the accessories included, just amazing. You can obviously pull off all of these little satchels on his vest here and move them around, put them wherever you want. And I've dropped one. I'll put that back in. Is that upside down? I don't know. No, maybe not. So yeah, he's got all these little satchels everywhere. He has a sidearm, which is very cool. Got a flare gun, which sits in this holster on the side. And he also has this really cool sort of fold-up stretcher, which is amazing as well. So there we go there. I can't wait to sort of take some photos with him out in the backyard with a wounded G.I. Joe, no doubt. Maybe shooting a flare into the sky to call for some medevac assistance. And lastly, I have Breaker. Now, I didn't pay a red cent for this guy, believe it or not. I actually won this guy in a giveaway on Joe ARA42's YouTube channel. And it took a little while for him to send it to me. In fact, it came in a box from Casey Wheeler from Podcast from the Pit. But this is one that I didn't pay a dime for. It was a gift. So thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much, Casey, for sending him to me. He was well worth the wait. What a fantastic figure. I really love him. So as I said before, I've been able to play the long game and really be selective about the figures that I have purchased, and in this case been given, and I've ended up with some quality classifieds. So I'll just put these guys up the back here because I actually received another package today. Now, I wasn't kidding when I said that the classified bug has well and truly bitten me. So I just put those guys up the back there. Oh, I should say Breaker came with an alternative head as well, which has some bubblegum on it. There it is there. It's pretty cool. It's obviously the same as the Podcast from the Pit logo. Just leave the head back there. I was going to try and get it to stand up. There we go. It's going to stay. All right. So I got home today and there was a package waiting for me on the doorstep. I sort of went a little bit nuts last week with the AliExpress sale. I think I got another voucher or something. So I got $6 off an order over $50 or something like that. It all added up, and of course the package has arrived. Here it is here. Just it's rather large, as you can see. It's blocking the entire screen. I'm going to open it right now for you, right in front of the camera. Just got my scissors. There they are there, and gonna carefully slice this bag open. Now, the AliExpress G.I. Joes, as you know, often don't come with the boxes, and this has been discussed in a couple of my videos. I don't necessarily feel like I need the boxes, so it's no problem for me that they are coming loose. So within this bag there is another 3 bags. Here we go. There we go. We've got a lot of sort of Chinese writing on them. I'm going to... Which one should I open first? Maybe I'll open this yellow one. I can hardly remember what I bought. Just put these 2 little guys down next to me here, and I'll open this yellow one first, which seems to have a rip in the envelope already. So just pop that open and we'll see which one this one is. Let's have a look here. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is a random purchase, a very random purchase. I think I got this guy for $22 Australian as well. This is a Python Patrol bat. I don't know why I bought this. Just after I got done saying that I've been very selective in the kinds of figures that I've been buying, I pull out a Python Patrol bat. I have no idea why I've got this guy. But look, I wanted a bat, I suppose, in my classified collection, and he doesn't seem to want to stand up straight out of the bag, which is to be expected. I think this is one of the earlier classifieds, so he doesn't feel as good quality as the 3 that I've got out already. Very interesting. Maybe this one is definitely a factory second, I reckon. You can see here on this feature on the sculpt there, it looks like it might be a little bit broken. Can you see that? Not sure if that's meant to be like that, but we'll soon find out. Maybe something fits in there or something, but yeah, he's got no head. So let's deal with that little problem. There's the head there. We'll shove that on there. This might take... Oh, I've got baby fingers. Give me a sec. There we go. It's on. Alright, so the head. He now has a head. I've just assembled my robot bat. Okay, alright. So there is a little baggie of accessories here, and it looks like there is a plate that goes on his chest. So I might be able to cover up that little ding that's on that chest area. What else is in the bag here? Alright, so we have the backpack, which looks very much like a backpack that a bat would carry. And obviously some accessories. I might just chuck these accessories in the backpack. There's like a should show them. This looks like some sort of gun, maybe flamethrower, something like that. I'm gonna put that one. I don't know, they're very. Oh, it's very hard to get them in. I might have to do that off camera as well. This is like looks like another gun of some sort. Yeah, those aren't going. And then there is a claw hand as well, which is what the bat is known for. Yeah, they're really. That's going to take some mucking around. I reckon I might have to heat them up. It just feels like the knobs aren't soft enough, aren't pliable enough to go in there. But the backpack will go on. And funnily enough, that backpack goes in quite easy, comparatively speaking, to a lot of the classified figures that I have received so far. I'm just gonna get this little chest plate out and see if I can't put it on his chest. There it is there. It's got a Python Patrol logo on it, which is pretty cool. And that goes on like so. So that covers up that ding on the front. Actually feel a lot better about it now that the horrible bit has been covered up. He also got a little sidearm, which I will shove into his holster here. Actually, that's not a bad figure. I mean, sure, it's an odd one, but like I said, I wanted a bat, and I obviously needed to bundle up some figures to use my voucher with, and this one will certainly do the job for me. So that is a Python Patrol bat, and I'll work out how to put those accessories in there a little bit later. So that's alright, that's a win. I'm counting that as a win. Let's go with the other little package here. So there's no rips in this bag, so I'll get my scissors out and cut this one open. Still trying to remember what I bought. I reckon I have a good idea as to what this one is. I think. Just trying to get it open. Here we go. And this one's some nice bubble wrap inside. Let's have a look here. Alright. And I'll just see if I can just bear with us a tick. It's the most uninteresting part of the video, just trying to fiddle with packaging. I know. We'll get there very soon, I promise. Alright, here we go. I can see him in there. Let's get him out. Here we go. This is Stalker, one of the core characters from gijoe. As you can see, I'm trying to fill a few gaps here. Bat's pretty iconic. Stalker's pretty iconic. So just trying to fill a few gaps. And yeah, look, this guy, he feels a little stiff coming out of that bag as well. Giggity. But he looks pretty cool. Reminds me a lot of the Recondo figure that I got a couple of weeks back. But yeah, he's cool. Focus up there. There we go. Just put him back there. He looks alright. Now let's have a look at some of these accessories. Well, I've got a stand. So obviously Stalker was from the retro carded line. So yeah, look, I would never knock back a stand. And there's the instructions, the customer instructions, and there's a number of accessories in here. Let's just move some of the gunk from my table. Alright, so we have Stalker's iconic camo beret there, which is very cool. Put that straight onto his head. There we go. It's very nice. He has a sidearm, which I think I've got quite a few of these sidearms now. This sidearm is used in quite a few classifieds, and a silencer as well, which again is also used in quite a few classifieds. I'll put that in his holster over here, and put the silencer in the spot provided as well. That reminds me of the retro Cobra Trooper, that sort of setup on his leg. It's very cool. So silencer and sidearm in the holster, and I reckon I might have dipped out on a accessory. Can you see here? This is a holster here for a knife, and I don't appear to have been supplied the knife. Let's have a look. So I've got, looks like a backpack for a machine gun, and another machine gun here with which is quite gummy, but I have missed out on the knife. So this is probably not a 100% successful AliExpress purchase. So the bat had a little bit of a ding on its chest, and the Stalker is missing its knife, which is a bit of a shame. But look, I have some spare bits and bobs over there from, you know, multiple Halo jumpers and marine snipers that I bought. So I will be able to find a knife to put in there. So it's not the end of the world. I think as well, I only paid, look, maybe 21 Australian dollars for this guy. So again, another 13 or 15 American. We'll put this backpack on here. There we go. It's pretty cool. And yeah, look, this rifle is very sort of gummy, which is sort of a common sort of fault with those initial classifieds, but seems to work okay in his hand. I'll just get that trigger finger on, because I'm told that's very important. He's got to be holding his rifle correctly. Look, that's pretty cool. I don't mind that. He's very cool. I should show off this weapon. This is the do you know what this weapon is called? I should know, because I did a live stream a few weeks ago doing some research on gijoe weapons, and it completely slipped my mind what this weapon is called. Please let me know in the comments below if you know what that weapon is called. But this is the weapon that the original Stalker was supplied with back in the vintage line, so it's good that he came with that one. But look, overall pretty good. Just missing a knife, which is a bit of a shame. So AliExpress has let me down there. I had a ding on the bat and a missing knife with Stalker. But all in all, I'm still pretty happy to have him for cheap. Alright, and that brings me to the last figure. I might just check that. No, look, there's definitely no knife in the packaging. So, yeah, it's definitely not in there. Yeah, definitely no knife in there. So, bit of a caveat, a bit of a downer. All right, the last one. Here it is. Here, the last baggie. This one is a significantly larger package. And I know exactly what this figure is, and I paid a little bit extra for this one. So if any of the three are going to be impressive, I want it to be this one, because this one I paid $32 Australian for it, which is about, what, 20 bucks American. So, I mean, it's still chump change when you think about it. But yeah, like I said, because I paid a little bit extra for this one, I would really expect this one to be in good shape. So let's have a look in here. This one seems to have been packed in this nice air mattress material. We saw some of those other ones in my other videos. And I'll just pop the tape at the top here. Alright. And undo here as well. It's pretty cool idea for packaging, if you ask me. Still trying to get some of the sticky tape off here. Just bear with us a tick. There we go. There we are. Okay. Almost there. Alright. Sorry about that. That was the sound of sticky tape just coming off a bit of plastic. Alright, so I'm down to the bubble wrap inner here. Here we go. And this figure is none other than... Can you see his head there? This is Tunnel Rat. Alright. So let's open him up. Just maybe cut that little baggie open. There we are there. Just opening this one with a sense of trepidation after the last two. I really want this one to have all the accessories. So I'll just ease this bag away. That's obviously got the accessories in it. First impressions of the figure. He looks a little bit loose. I'm not sure. Has your Tunnel Rat got a head that bobbles around a little bit like that? I'm not sure. Is it meant to be like that? Maybe I'll have to manipulate his body a little bit to get him to sit nicely. But look, all in all, I'm actually... Yeah, no, he's a pretty good looking figure. Besides the wobbly head. You see that? The head wobbles. So tell me whether your G.I. Joe classified Tunnel Rat's head wobbles a little bit. And look, if you've got some advice for me on how I can tighten that up, giggity, let me know. But look, besides that, the figure is pretty cool. Very reminiscent of the original Tunnel Rat. And I obviously have the accessories here. I will open that up here. Alright. Let's have a look here. Tip these out. What have we got? Okay. Just make sure nothing's left in the bag. Nothing is left in the bag. Alright, so we have Tunnel Rat's backpack, obviously. And if you remember back to the vintage Tunnel Rat, he had quite a large backpack, which had some ports in it to chuck in some little torches, which have been supplied with the classified version here. Got two of these, and they are all present and accounted for. So I'll chuck those on there. Which way do you display yours? Do you put them that way, or do you put them that way? Again, let me know in the comments which way they should be displayed. I'm thinking this way, because obviously if you put it on his back, you want these to stick up over his shoulder so he can feel his way around a tunnel, because he is, of course, Tunnel Rat. Alright, so that's pretty cool. I'll chuck this on his back. Do the old classified backpack test, as always. Seems to be okay. The head's still wobbling. But yeah, it's alright. What have we got? Oh, yeah, obviously the old TNT satchel, which came with the original, is also supplied with the classified, which is a really nice touch. So I'll chuck that maybe across his his body as you would a satchel. There we go. That looks pretty cool. What else? There is this is new for Tunnel Rat. Well, and probably a good addition. These are night vision goggles. So this obviously makes plenty of sense. Tunnel Rat should have night vision goggles, and I'll chuck them on his head. If his head can stop wobbling around, that'd be nice. There we go. The head wobbles a little bit less with the goggles on. Pretty cool. I also have a little sidearm here, which is a revolver. It's pretty cool. It's 2 colours, which is nice. I like that. We'll chuck that in. Oh, he goes on his chest, obviously. The original sculpt had a sidearm sculpted onto his chest, so that makes perfect sense. That looks really cool. Love it. Then we have a knife. So this one did come with a knife, luckily enough. And there is a holster for the knife on his leg here, so I'll chuck that in there. It's pretty cool. Another gummy weapon. Thank you, Hasbro. And we also have, of course, his very large sniper rifle. There it is there. It's very cool with obviously a bipod which drops down. This one is also a little bit gummy. I think it's ready to shoot around some corners, but not too bad. And I have this here, which looks like an ammo magazine or an ammo clip. Where does this go? I might struggle. I'm no good with things like this. Was I meant to receive this, and where does it go? Please help me in the comments below if you have a little bit more experience than me. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll work that out later. I will wait for some of those comments that come in, and as soon as they come in, I will stick this little thing on here somewhere. Maybe it goes in there. It looks like it goes in there. Is that right? Something like that. I got that right? I don't know. Maybe this way. Oh, that seems right. Is that right? That's got to be right. I mean, it looks right. Let me know if I've nailed it or not. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll see if I can put this in his hand. Well, the hands are quite tough on this one. Might have to take it off screen just for a tick. Alright. Almost there. I'll be right back, I promise. Yeah, these hands are quite stiff. And they're beautiful ammunition piece that I just managed to put in has popped out. So I'll put that back on. Wrong side. There we go. I think that's right. There we go. So that's Tunnel Rat. I mean, the head isn't as loose as it was when I first pulled it out. But like I said, if you've got any tips for me, I'll be happy to hear them. So there are the 3 classifieds I got for cheap this week. Bit of a mixed bag in terms of quality. What do you think? Was it worth it? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I've gone a little bit overboard. Maybe I've pushed my luck a little bit. Let me know in the comments below. That's all I've got for you. Thank you so much if you've watched this far. As I said at the start, feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel. It helps get my videos out to more people just like you. I also wanted to thank all of my members before I finish up. I have opened memberships on my channel, and full disclosure, I can't offer much in the way of perks, but I know there are some really nice people out that don't mind sending me $1.50 a month because they enjoy my stuff. and those people are listed on screen now. Thank you so much for your support. Most of these guys have got YouTube channels of their own, so maybe press pause and take a note and search up some of these guys and look for some of their videos if you haven't done so already. But that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Yo Joe.